One of my sweetest childhood memories is walking into a Sri Lankan bakery and smelling the fresh, warm bread straight from the oven. Out of all the delicious bakery treats, there was one that I always stood out: Sri Lankan bakery style Kimbula Banis. Growing up, Kimbula Banis was one of my absolutely favorites. It's soft, fluffy texture, lightly sweet flavor, and unique crocodile shape made it unforgettable. In fact, the name Kimbula Bunnies comes from its crocodile like appearance. Even today, I don't think everything compares to it. It's the perfect bakery afternoon snack or breakfast, especially with hot cup of tea. Today, I would love to share this special childhood memory with all of you by showing you how to make authentic Sri Lankan bakery style Kimbula Banis right at home. Hi friends, if you ever tasted Kimbula buns, give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments about your favorite Sri Lankan bakery treat. And if you never tried it before, come along and let's make these delicious Sri Lankan Kimbula bunnies together. For this recipe, I have 4 cups of plain flour, 1 tablespoon of powder milk, 1.5 teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoon of sugar, 2.5 teaspoon of dry yeast, half a cup of lukewarm water. I also keep extra flour nearby for kneading if needed. First, dissolve the dry yeast in lukewarm water and set it aside for a few minutes to activate. In a large mixing bowl, combine the flour, powder milk, salt, and sugar. Mix everything together with your fingers until well combined. Now you can see the yeast has become nice and frothy, which means it's activated and ready to use. Add the yeast mixture to the flour, followed by the eggs. 1 egg. Next, gradually has doubled in size. Gently punch the dough down to release the air, and now it's ready to be divided into portions. I usually estimate the size by eye, but if you prefer, you can use a kitchen scale to make each buns exactly the same size. With 4 cups of flour, normally make 8 large buns. To take each piece of dough and shape it into smooth ball. Tuck all the rough edges underneath. Then gently roll it over with your hand until the top is nice and smooth. Just I am showing you here. Once all the dough balls are shaped, cover them again with a clean tea towel and let them rise for another 20 minutes. This second rise will make the buns light, soft, and fluffy after baking. Dough has rested for 20 minutes. Prepare your baking tray by lightly greasing with butter. Now it's time to shape the buns. I am using a rolling pin, but you don't have to. You can easily shape the dough with your hands if you prefer. Place the dough ball on the top on the bench with the smooth side facing down and the rough side facing up. Roll the dough in to long teardrop or triangle like shape. It doesn't have to be perfect triangle. Just make one end wide and gradually taper the other end as you can see me doing here. Next, gently stretch the narrow end slightly as you roll. Lift the dough, stretch it a little, then continue rolling it away from you, keeping the roll firm but not too tight. Roll uh, towards rather than folding it inward. This technique gives the buns its classic shape. You can clearly see the shape starting to form now. Let's make another one. This time I will let the video speak for itself so you can simply watch the shaping technique and follow along. Once you have shaped all the buns, place them onto a prepared baking tray, leaving a little space between each ones. Cover the tray with a clean tea towel and let the buns rise for another 20 minutes. This final proof allows them to become light and fluffy before baking. I will show you what they look like after the final rise. Here are our Kimbula Banis after the final proof. As you can see, they have risen beautifully and become nice and fluffy. Now I am brushing a little water only the top of the each bun. Then gently press the wet side onto the plate of sugar so the sugar stick on the surface. Make sure you don't coat bottom of the bun with sugar as it will caramelize in the oven and can give the buns a slightly bitter taste. Repeat the same process with all of the buns. Once they are ready, place them in a preheated oven and bake at 180 degrees for 20 to 30 minutes. And here are my freshly baked Sri Lankan bakery style Kimbula Banis. Just look at how beautiful they turned out. They have just come out of the oven and still nice and hot. Let me cut one open and show you how the inside is. Look how soft, fluffy, and airy it is. You can even see the beautiful layers inside. The outside is perfectly crisp with crunchy sugar coating that hasn't melted. This is exactly why we only coat the top with sugar. If you put sugar on bottom, it will caramelize during the baking and give a bun a bitter taste. Now my Kimbula Banis are ready to enjoy. I can't wait to have one with a hot cup of tea. These buns are perfect for afternoon tea, tea parties, or when you have family and friends visiting. Bake a batch, serve them warm with a cup of tea, and I am sure everyone will love them. And here is the finished plate of Sri Lankan bakery style Kimbula Banis. Kimbula Banis is one of Sri Lankan most iconic bakery treats. For generations, it has been enjoyed all across the country and continue to be favorite today. For little children to grandparents, almost everyone in Sri Lanka knows and loves these delicious buns. I hope this recipe brings a little taste of Sri Lanka into your home. Bake a batch, enjoy it with hot cup of tea and share it with your family and friends. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy this recipe, please like, comment and subscribe for more authentic Sri Lankan recipes. I will see you in the next video. Happy baking!